Rachel, and here's my journey. Growing up with immigrant parents, English wasn't spoken much at home, but we did speak Hebrew. My parents assisted me in reading and writing, but only in Hebrew. I loved stories like Papa Nechmad. Listening to my mom read was the highlight of my day. As early as I can remember, learning Hebrew was important for my parents. Since we moved to Canada, it was important for my parents that I didn't lose my ability to speak the Hebrew language, so that's all we ever practiced, reading and writing and all the religious aspects behind it. And I must say, I loved it. Learning things like how to write from right to left and the different letters, I was pro in reading and writing in Hebrew. Fast forward to grade 3, my parents decided to move. I was now changing schools for my Hebrew school, where Hebrew was what all my classes were taught in. I was now moving to public school. Although I knew English, I was not as advanced as my classmates. I didn't have the English skills a girl in grade 3 should have. When I was observed in my new school, my teachers knew something was wrong. I couldn't read. I knew my ABCs, I knew basic sounds of letters and basic words like dog and cat. But reading in English is something I never practiced like I did my Hebrew. I would be called in front of the class to read, and I would shake, stutter, and turn as red as a tomato. I couldn't do it. I couldn't read. I was embarrassed. When the teacher would say we are doing a reading as a class, make sure to follow along because we will all be participating. I was that student that would count ahead to my part and try to practice as much as I can before my name would be called. Reading in English wasn't my strong suit. It was actually traumatizing for me. I would cry to my parents that I didn't want to go to school or even fake being sick sometimes until my parents understood it was a problem. They hired me a tutor as well as receiving additional help from external sources in school. With a lot of work and dedication, I learned to read. I got through elementary school, high school, and even got a BA in child development because of the help I received when I needed it most. Once completing my undergrad, I decided to start my family and had a baby to whom I read to every single night since the day I found out I was pregnant. Once I realized my daughter would be starting daycare soon, I decided to apply to UOIT to pursue my dream in becoming a teacher. Being a teacher meant I would give the students the ability to shine because although I was behind, I fought with myself to learn to read and shine the same way I did in my Hebrew. It was definitely a struggle and I didn't always feel comfortable, as till this day I still count heads when it's my turn to read. I want to be the educator that will assist her students and not letting them feel like I felt that day in front of the class. My goal as a future teacher is to allow each of my future students to shine and to shine as bright as they can, because I will be that teacher that will assist them in their learning as I was when I was learning to read.